The digital ID, which has been a big problem to us for a very long time, is now on a testing mode for the next 2 months. I have been assured by all the stakeholders, led by the ministries concerned, that by December, we will be able to launch digital ID, where every Kenyan don't have to carry any paper, plastic or otherwise, as an ID, that they should be able to be identified digitally using their iris or their fingerprints, and we can transact without the necessity of people struggling to identify who they are. The proudest part of it is that we don't have to spend the billions that we have spent on all the other manenos, as all of you know.
As Doug Hammarskjöld, the UN Second Secretary General, once observed, and I quote, "The United Nations was not created to take humanity to heaven, but to save it from hell." End of quote. That mission is as urgent today as it was 8 decades ago.
We're developing, through technology, an ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint. What does that mean? That's where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? So individual carbon footprint tracker. Stay tuned. We don't have it operational yet, but this is something that we're working on.
And that is why today I am announcing this government will make a new free-of-charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work by the end of this Parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. It's as simple as that.
President William Ruto has said his administration will pursue a data protection regime that serves public interest. He said that this will be achieved by ensuring that there is sufficient information for effective and efficient delivery of services.
It is the duty of the government to deploy necessary resources and remain vigilant in order to support and protect entrepreneurs, innovators, and other workers in the digital economy from fraudsters, terrorists, traffickers of illicitly obtained data, and all manner of criminals who populate the online underworld.
The president was speaking today at the Kenyatta International Conference Center during the observation of the International Privacy Day, where he also officially launched the data protection registration system.
And click on the account link. Click register as a data handler.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, it is now launched, and with your permission, Your Excellency, would like to, in recognition of...
For Kenya to realize the maximum potential of the digital superhighway, the president explained we must have a clear data management plan that will promote the Kenya Kwanza government's agenda for digital economy. He said his administration will partner with stakeholders to expand the space for creativity and innovation.
I'm very happy to join you this morning on this occasion as we observe the International Data Privacy Day, as it gives us an excellent opportunity to reflect and reason about possibilities, constraints, opportunities, as well as threats that define the field of privacy, especially in matters data.
President Ruto noted that over the next 5 years, the government will construct more than 100,000 kilometers of national fiber optic network. This, he added, will help achieve universal broadband connectivity in the country to enhance government service delivery.
Over the next 5 years, we shall construct another 100,000 kilometers of national fiber optic network to achieve universal broadband connectivity in the country. We want to enhance government services delivery by digitizing and, wherever possible, automating critical processes, and by migrating 80% of services online, as I have said. And we are developing the digital master plan and establishing a regional app to promote the large-scale development of software for export.
He promised to support the Office of the Data Protection Commissioner to require the requisite capacity to effectively perform its functions.
Many people will ask, why data protection? Why is it important? I want us to reflect just for a moment. When you're in your house, there are certain information you hold dear to your heart. Your name, your address, your location, and on your sensitive information on health. The Constitution guarantees that right to privacy. Imagine if this information fell on the wrong hands. That is why this office is here, to make sure that we are protecting your information. The Data Protection Act was enacted in 2020. The office came into force in November 2020.
President Ruto has hinted out at the digital identification of citizens, which he says will replace the Huduma Number project initiated by his predecessor's administration. The president says in the next 6 months, 5,000 government services will be online. Initially, there were 200 services online. He said Kenyans need digital identification to get the digital services.
We are embarking on an ambitious digital literacy program among members of the public and public officials, so that there is an optimal level of uptake of the ICT infrastructure that we are rolling out, so that we are able to move towards the digital transformation agenda that is envisaged. We are also embarking on a digital entrepreneurship program that would ensure that Kenya as a country becomes a manufacturer of both digital infrastructure and software. While doing this, we have now embarked on the process of digitalizing government services and also digitizing government records, ladies and gentlemen.
President Ruto has given an ultimatum to ICT Cabinet Secretary Eliud Owalo to revive the government's efforts to give Kenyans digital identities, named the Unique Personal Identifier UPI. The proposed digital identity will be assigned to everyone who qualifies for the Kenyan citizenship at birth. Samson Jura for Ebro News.
We can do a lot of work on the street light.